Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Thank you, Chris. Welcome to DBL. It's Monday, October 19th. I'm Tori, here with Jeff. How you doing?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Yeah.
Feel good too. We got Lindsay joining us from home. Linz, how you doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing well. Let's go.
All right, let's get right into it. Can you guys believe it? We are just 15 days away from the election. Thank God. Just whoever side you're on, I'm ready for it to be over. Already more than 28 million voters have reportedly cast their ballot, which is a huge number this early on. In fact, it's more than 6 times the number of votes cast by this point in 2016. This morning, long lines of people turned out for the first day of early voting in Florida. This time lapse is video from Miami. Wow. If you do decide to vote in person on Election Day, one thing you may see are armed poll watchers who are supposedly they're looking out for voter fraud, but some worry that they may intimidate voters. DBL Nation, we want to know how you plan to vote. Are you mailing in your ballot, voting early, or waiting until Election Day? So go ahead and join the conversation. Go to dblvote.com. Tell us how you're voting. Lindsay, how are you voting, and what do you think about these armed poll workers?
I mean, that's definitely alarming, but I have my ballot with me. I have to go through a bunch of the propositions because they're very detailed before I make all my decisions, but I'm going to go drop it off and put it somewhere. I think I told you before that I get anxiety about putting it in the mail and all that stuff, even though I know history shows us we don't have a lot of issues when we're mailing in ballots. But like you said, there are 28 million people that have done so I just want to go drop mine off. But I understand why people are doing it via mail because of coronavirus and staying safe, and I think that's an extreme priority, I think, to just mail it in and stay safe if you want to protect yourself.
And as a political nerd, may I just say, Jeff, it's so exciting to see this many people voting. Like, we used to get like 20%, I mean, local elections get less than 20% of the voters. At one point, when we used to have 75,000 votes, we had 5 million votes. I mean, it's going crazy. What do you think?
Did you already put yours in?
No, I'm going to drop mine in as well.
Oh, you are?
I'm dropping just like Lindsay. I want to see it in there.
You know what? It's weird because
Tori and I are the type of people that want to read a book and touch and feel the envelope and drop it in.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a third candidate to emerge. Is there still? We have 15 days. I'm still keeping the fingers crossed.
Ooh, let's hope.
No, I have my ballot. I think I'm just going to mail it in. I trust that the mail. You know, listen. I think everyone's wanting this to be over because of all the chaos. But believe it or not, I believe this is the calm before the storm. I don't think in 15 days we're going to have a president or new president, former president, whatever it may be. I think it's going to go in. It's going to drag out a month or two. They're not going to have the final counts. There's going to be complaints that it's not fair. So, unfortunately, I think we have a lot more to deal with. But
and I would agree with you, except for maybe you don't trust polls. I do. It looks like it's at least a 10-point spread in a lot of places. And once it's over that kind of a spread, it's hard to fight in the courts that you have to have a recount because you're so many points ahead. But we can't trust polls.
What was Hillary ahead in 2016?
Hillary was ahead as well, but not as likable in the polls as Joe Biden. So there's like a difference in likability. But you're right, and we shouldn't trust polls, should we? I think is what you're going to say.
Yeah, they're fake.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the megaphone. That's not true. We have mail-in at 44%. We love our postal workers. If you are one, give us a write-in, and I'll shout you out. We thank you for all of this. All right. Well, some people think celebrities have it all, but it turns out it's really hard to be conservative in Hollywood. One example is Kirstie Alley. She got a ton of backlash for her tweet over the weekend, which said she's voting for President Trump, again, because he's not a politician. But the tweet got a ton of pushback, including from other celebrities. Another example is Ice Cube. He got criticized for working with the president to address racial inequality. He said that both campaigns reached out to him about his plan called Contract with Black America and said he's going to work with whomever is in power. Finally, there's Jon Voight. What a great actor, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Ugh. Who released this pro-President Trump video on Twitter.
Oh, I mean, I hate him.
A lot of people responded that they're now going to be boycotting his movies. We almost had Lindsay, and she was about to talk about Ice Cube because she was on MSNBC this week talking about it. What do you think about being a conservative in this industry?
Are you telling me I'm a conservative?
No, I'm not leading the witness. I'm simply asking. That
was very leading.
Absolutely not. I'm just asking what you think about the whole concept.
I think it's a joke. I lean perhaps a little conservative. I pride myself to stay down the middle, but especially in these times, if you even go a little right that way, you're 100% all in on the other side, right? I think we're getting Lindsay back. But I think it's a joke that you could bake cookies and have everybody on your platform be like, way to go, you made those Biden cookies. Did you ever see anybody bake any Trump cookies and get love for that? Absolutely not. It's absolutely skewed. The media's skewed all to the left. So I think we have some adjustments to make. I understand the complaints because of who our current president is and how conversational, is that a good polite word to use?
Very tactful, yes.
How conversational he can be on a daily basis. So I get that that's why we're at where we're at right now. But yeah, it's completely skewed and it could ruin your career.
So I have to understandably agree with you because of freedom of speech. If you only believe in speech you like, you don't really believe in freedom of speech. You have to believe in speech you hate.
That's absolutely correct.
I'm okay for Klansmen to walk down the streets in a parade because they have the freedom of expression. That is not what I believe, but I think that should be open to both. Lindsay, what do you think about this, and what do you think especially about Ice Cube? I said you were on MSNBC discussing it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think when Jeff always talks about that when we watch these big award shows, a lot of big celebrities tend to lean Democratic. But I think that President Trump is an anomaly in that he doesn't represent the average conservative over a historical data shows us. So a lot of people feel more strongly when people show support boldly for him because of some of the things that he's said or done, you know, like not denounce white supremacy and some of the issues that really hit home for people that mean more than just a vote. And I think that when you talk about Ice Cube, he's somebody who made a song called Arrest the President, you know, a couple years ago when President Trump was the president. So I think that's so confusing to his base, especially of people around in the 90s who were listening to his music that was very anti-establishment. Yeah. And so I think that everybody should be able to announce who they want to vote for and be free. But when people question you, that's also a portion of freedom of speech to be like, okay, so if you're attaching yourself to this candidate, and that goes for Joe Biden or President Trump, if you're attaching yourself to this candidate, understand that these are all the things that they have done and all the issues that come with them, and be clear that you're voting for all these things.
Well said. Well said. All right, we're going to take a left turn here to another story. We wanted to check this out.
Media's always going left.
We're always going left. You're the worst. All right, check this out. I want to get everyone's take on this. This is 61-year-old Mark Bryan, a straight married father of 3, and for 4 years he's been wearing skirts and high heels to work. It's all part of an effort to show that clothes don't have a gender, and wearing a skirt doesn't mean you're gay or have anything to do really with your sexuality. He just really likes wearing a skirt. I think straight away we can just say he looks good. I mean,
he's got good legs.
He's got great legs.
And the high heels accentuate the calves.
And everything looks great on him. But what do you think of this? Do you think that this would be okay in America to pull it? I mean, this is a pioneer in this route. You don't see a lot of straight men wearing these tight things. So understandably, people think that, but things change over time.
Exactly.
He's a pioneer.
And listen, here, listen, here's I'm just going to put it out there. We have societal norms, right? And this goes against those norms. So if you see a man wearing a skirt, you might give like a double take. You know, it doesn't mean that you're immediately jumping to conclusions. It's like, well, I don't see that every day.
Right, it isn't
right? So you still have to, we're still processing all these things as we're changing as Americans. In the world, in the global aspect of things, how about like a kilt? That's like the manliest.
I was just going to say, Scottish
So you want to steal my good point?
No, I was just going to emphasize it.
Well, go on.
No, I was just going to say the most manly men and Vikings and those people wore skirts.
Well, that was my period, but you got it.
There, I'm glad. Take a look at Billy Porter when he wore this, Linz. This was the tux dress that really changed sort of fashion. He, of course, is in Pose, which is a great TV show. But that I remember being an iconic look, and that was recent. That was like in the last 5 years. What do you think of this gentleman in the skirt?
I mean, I think we expect it on red carpets. I think we expect it from Billy Porter. I think if you're at a regular 9 to 5 and you see somebody coming with a pencil skirt, for me personally, pencil skirts are not even comfortable for me, so I probably would be alarmed. But he said that his response is, it's none of your business. And so I think that that is a key to life, that if somebody feels like doing that and their response is mind your own business, then just go about your day, because if it's not harming you, allow them to just live and be free.
I totally agree with you. First of all, mind your own business. Guess how old he is, Lindsay? Do you know how old he is?
I do.
Okay, that's fair. Good for you to be honest.
I didn't want to steal your punchline.
Oh, jeez.
How old is he?
Take a guess. How old do you think he is?
61.
Oh my God, you stole my
40.
punchline.
I don't know. I don't want to. guess the wrong age and
61.
disrespect that man.
61.
No, I mean, I would guess way. I'm
younger.
42 and he looks better than me, so I was gonna go 41.
I'm not saying anything. It's okay.
Better not steal that punchline.
I didn't steal anything.
Well, listen, I think in your 60s, you know exactly who you are. So he want to strut through that office with a pencil skirt, let him do it.
Although I do have phenomenal calves.
I was gonna say.
If I'm gonna compliment myself about anything, I have phenomenal calves, and if you accentuate it with a pair of pumps, pumps or high heels, what would I want?
Can I be honest? I could see you in pointy toe stiletto. What do you think, Lance?
I need a round toe.
Okay, round toe.
And in the beginning, I'm already in pain.
Let's warm them up. All right, that's fair. Lindsay, stick around. Coming up on DBL, Disney Plus is adding warnings to classic films for things like outdated depictions of characters. Will this move the conversation forward or simply reaffirm past stereotypes? And as we go to break, we got to thank our coworkers who are producing the show from home during the pandemic. We'll be right back.
See yourself.
Welcome back to DBL. Disney Plus is adding a content warning to some of its classic movies. So viewers are going to see this now. It's going to pop up, letting viewers know it contains negative depictions of people or of cultures. It goes on to say that rather than remove the content, it actually wants to acknowledge its harmful impact and learn from it. Peter Pan is one of them. It includes a scene Disney say mocks Native people and their culture, even Tiger Lily for sure. And in Aristocats, one of the cats depicts a racist caricature of Asian people. In Dumbo, the crows represent racist minstrel shows where white performers wore blackface. And they were called, I believe, Jim Crows in that movie. Literally, the name of the crows are Jim Crows. Lindsay, thoughts on this?
I mean, I love autonomy and creativity, and I understand that art sometimes reflects the times and the ignorance, even at those times. And I'm glad that they decided to put up these captions before the movies, because I hope that parents will sit down and take the opportunity to teach their kids about why these things are wrong and what doesn't make sense about them. Just so as they see them and they grow up, that they can make better decisions on what type of jokes they won't make or what type of things they will do to make sure they protect their friends that are of different races and backgrounds and nationalities. So I hope that it is a teachable moment and doesn't go left. I know there are so many movies that have wrong things that we don't find funny even now, movies that make statements that we wouldn't say now, but they still air, and I think we should discuss them and discuss how society has changed.
So you agree you should keep them in there and not take them out, but give context to what's going on as a teachable moment? You like that they kept it in there?
Yeah, because I think about all the different movies that have offended people. We're talking about the LGBTQ community, not even just these cartoons, jokes on these movies. I mean, thinking about Shaft from back in the day had many jokes that wouldn't be appropriate today. And so I think we have to erase a lot of our historical culture and movies that we loved without explaining why now they're not okay. I think we should take the time to move forward and change how we produce these things, bring people on board that are of that, like they did in Moana, that are of the culture so that you can do the movie accurately. And you see that we're making strides as a society. So I hope that's the trend moving forward.
I like that idea. I thought about taking them out, and I think you're absolutely right. It actually is a teachable moment. Lawson, Leighton, would you do this? Would you pause the movie and be like, okay, let's talk, once they're a little older, obviously.
Yes.
And be like using it, you know?
Yeah, and I'm going to just piggyback off of what Lindsay said. I think it's important to leave in there as a teaching moment. I was never good at school reading a book and trying to understand what was going on. This is visual. I could point out to my kids when something is appropriate, because when you're watching these movies, even an 80s movie, things jump off the screen, right? And you're like, wow, I can't believe they said that. That's the perfect opportunity to hit that pause button and say, do you see why this isn't okay? Do you see why certain people will have their feelings hurt because they're depicted in this light? So it's a perfect teaching moment. I think erasing our history is going to make us forget our history. And I know it's a big debate within a lot of people, but I'm all for learning from our past and not doing it again.
Wow. I love that. Very Stable Genius wrote, we should discuss how we are also easily offended. And someone wrote, I'm glad Lindsay brought up Shaft, which is a funny little ending on that. It's a good movie. All right, coming up on DBL, Pastor Cal from Married at First Sight. He's dishing advice for keeping the love alive. Coming up next.
Hi, I'm Lori Grinney.
Welcome back to DBL. From ordained minister to marriage coach, Pastor Cal is dishing all his secrets when it comes to love. As soon as you see him in a brand new season of Married at First Sight, Al caught up with him earlier in today's DBL Spotlight.
In 2 weeks, I'm gonna be getting married, guys.
What?
I'm going to be getting married to a stranger in 2 weeks.
Have you lost your mind?
We are joined right now by speaker, author, yes, I'm going to keep going, marriage coach, and so much more. Pastor Cal is here on DBL Thank you for coming. How you feeling, man?
Man, I feel great, Al. It's a pleasure to be here with you, man.
I appreciate it. Now, you are one of the expert matchmakers on Lifetime's reality TV show, Married at First Sight. I'm a fan. I'm in full disclosure. Where
Awesome.
two strangers meet and get married the same day they meet. What's this new season?
This is turning out to be one of the most unprecedented seasons we've ever had. I mean, with all the different challenges that are affecting us, not only just marrying a stranger, but also we have pandemic, we have social unrest. I mean, 2020 has been a beast, and the couples have felt it.
I could be making a really big mistake.
Now, the show is filming in my favorite city in the country, without a doubt, New Orleans. And it started filming in March when coronavirus cases were spiking. And all these new couples were now basically, forced to quarantine together, and they're strangers. Like, what is that like? Talk me through that.
It's so intense because normally, people coming into this experiment, they're expecting an 8-week experiment. And then at least if things are not going well, a lot of them feel like, wow, well, you know what, at least after 8 weeks, I can get a breath of fresh air. It's not working. But in this situation, it's going to bring out the best or the worst in you.
On the show, you coach couples using special matchmaking methods and arrange their marriage. How do you do it, and how often do couples actually stay together?
It's obvious that you guys are attracted to each other.
My wife and I, we've been doing this for almost 12 years together. I've been doing it for over 20 years. So, matching couples has been pretty much most of my career. People think often that we just sort of randomly pick two good-looking people or similar people off the street, but it's so much more than that. I mean, we go through psychological evaluation, we do background tests. They have to sit in front of a psychologist. I mean, we ask for pictures of their exes. I mean, it's very, very intense. And by the time we get to them, I mean, we know more about them than they would know about their date if they dated for like 6 to 8 months.
Makes sense. Now I'm gonna present a scenario to you. Some newlyweds have just gotten married. They're coming out of the church. Everybody's throwing rice. They're getting ready to duck into the limo to go away forever. You're standing right there. You can give them one piece of advice before they drive away forever. What would you tell that couple?
Everything you think you know about marriage, forget it. You know nothing. Okay? Learn, be adaptable. Remember your commitment, and just allow it to evolve. Allow it to evolve. Don't come with any preconceived ideas. Let it grow from what it is.
It makes perfect sense. I mean, how much easier are things when you realize and you say to yourself, I don't know what I'm doing, so let's figure this out. It's just easier to do that than work backwards from 10 mistakes that you made. So completely agree with that.
That's it, Al. You got it.
What's next for you? I know you're working on a few exciting projects. So do you have any you want to tell us about?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm actually on the set of an upcoming project, more focusing on the dating side of relationships. And also I have a book coming out next year, so keep your eyes open for that also. Marriage Ain't for Punks.
I love it. All right, Pastor Cal, thank you so much for coming on DBL. You can watch brand new episodes of Married at First Sight on Lifetime. We'll be right back.
Promotional consent.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. A lot of you guys wrote in about the man in the skirt. So Melanie says, so now we're trying to get rid of gender. Mary from Facebook says, if he had a different body, people would object more. That's a fair comment.
That is a fair comment.
That's a super fair comment. Dixie says, men used to wear lace and fancy heeled boots years ago. That's right, in the 1817, 1600s. Mozart wore heels. That's absolutely right. Someone also just wrote in Carrie Hill, I vote for seeing Jeff in high heels. Lindsay, would you go along with me in a triple dog dare that you show up in a skirt tomorrow in heels?
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, Deb, you said it. You said them calves, so please show us.
All right, so we are going to actually take.
I'll show you my calves.
Let's show the calves off. All right, so we're going to go around.
All right, let me know if those are good. Are those good?
Those look amazing.
Right?
Wow.
I can pull off high heels.
Impressed.
I told you.
Amazing.
I never compliment myself. I have great calves.
So,
thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Dad. Lindsay, would Colin, your partner, ever wear a skirt? Even like
no, don't even ask. Don't even go down that road. Okay, it's a hard no. Colin's more of a sweatsuit type person.
Would he
He's
wear
like a sweatsuit T-shirt type of guy?
Would he wear platform like shoes? No.
I see that. There's no way you could convince a guy that high heels are comfortable.
They're not.
They're not. I mean,
They're
that's just
terribly uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's why women hate them. DBL do every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.